Alright, so yesterday we were working with slope-intercept form, right? So what is slope-intercept form, or what does it look like? Just a general form of it. Start you guys off. It says y equals
mx plus b.
mx plus b, right? So what does m stand for in that?
Slope
Slope, and b is our?
minus m.
Right. So now, moving on, we will be dealing with some equations that aren't written in slope-intercept form. So, if they're not, we can rewrite it in slope-intercept form by solving for y. So I'm just going to write down a quick example. Alright, so of these two, which is in slope-intercept form? Top, bottom? Top, because if we can just substitute in values, we have y, 3 would be our m, x, b. This one's not in slope-intercept form, is it? Right. So, next we can move on to our notes. First problem we have is 3x plus 2y equals 8. Is that written in slope-intercept form? No, it isn't. So, in order for us to get any equation into slope-intercept form, we have to solve for y. So how would we go about doing that? How would we solve for y?
Divide 2 by both sides.
Or you could subtract 3x from both sides and get it 3x minus 8, or 2y equals 3x minus 8.
Okay, so Cody said first thing we could do is subtract 3x from both sides. So then what we would be left with is 8 minus 3x. So what's the next thing we have to do to get y by itself? Divide by 2, right? So go ahead and do that while I get back up there. So then we have alright, and divide our left side by 2, so we're just left with y. Then the next part we have is 8 divided by 2 is? 4. And we have plus, can we simplify -3 over 2 to anything?
No.
Nope, so we can just leave that as an improper fraction. X. Now, is that in slope-intercept form? Does it look just like this?
Doesn't look like that, but you can make it look like that.
How would we do that?
Well, since it's adding, you can switch to -3 over 2x plus 4.
And what says we can do that?
Addition.
What property? Starts with a C.
The course.
Commutative. Yeah. Since we're adding two things together, the commutative property of addition says that we can flip things in any order we choose. So, we can rewrite this as y equals -3 has x plus 4. Now, is that in slope-intercept form?
Yes.
Yep, because if we look right there, we have y equals -3 halves x plus 4. What's our slope for that one?
-3
3
over 2.
Is it positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, right? And what's our y-intercept?
4.
4. So, now, if you guys flip over to the back side, you have a graph handout. Now we can start graphing using our slope and y-intercept, because we've already done that, right? We started that. So what's the first thing we do when we're graphing?
Find your y.
Our y-intercept, and what did we say that was?
4.
Okay. positive 4, so number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we also said that our slope was negative 3 over 2. So what would our rise over run be with?
Negative 3 over positive 2.
Oops, not run. So negative 3 over positive 2, and that means that we go
Down
3,
right 2.
down 3, right 2. Alright, so from this point, you go down 3 and right 2. And what's another way we could have our slope written?
Up 3, left 2.
Okay, rise over run of
Positive 3 over negative 2.
3 over negative 2,
And up 3, left 2.
left 2. So then, from our y-intercept again, we go up 3 this time, and then left 2. Are we done yet? Gotta draw that line.
Cheater.
Probably help you guys a lot if you actually have rulers to use them. Alright, so what kind of behavior does our graph have?
The
Negative slope, because why?
It's going down left, right.
Yep, it's falling from left to right. We said that our slope on the front side was negative 3 halves. So does our graph seem reasonable based on what we got on the front page?
Yes.
I hope so. We got a negative here, should we have negative slope there? Alright, have I lost anyone yet? Okay, and we go to the front side again. Now we'll do number 2 together, then the other 2 you guys can do by yourselves. So 2x plus 3y equals 6. Is that in slope intercept form?
No,
So what do we have to do?
it's a line right.
Right, so getting y by itself means that we're solving for y. So what's the first thing we do to get y by itself?
Subtract 2x.
Subtract 2x.
Do you always subtract the x? Whatever is in front of the x?
Yeah, so if this were a negative 2, what's the opposite of subtraction?
Add 2.
Right. So whatever is in front of the x, if it would be positive or negative, you do the opposite to get it on the other side. What do we do next?
Just switch number.
Divide by 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we could divide by 3,
Not until you change it to what?
and the opposite, that's right. So is there a subtraction sign in there?
Yeah.
So what would we do with those?
Change it to add.
Add the opposite. There we go. Now we can divide by 3. Divide everything by 3, so 6 divided by 3 is 2, right? Then we have that plus. Can we simplify negative 2 and 3?
No.
No, we can't, so we just leave that as a fraction. Now is that in slope-intercept form?
And just switch the 2 and the negative.
Yep, we just switch them around, and I didn't leave myself enough room, so I'm just going to draw an arrow down there. Alright, so is that in slope-intercept form? Yep, because we have y equals negative 2/3 x, that's our mx, and plus b. So what is our m in this
-2 over
equation?
3.
Negative 2 over 3. And what's our b?
2.
2. That's right. Okay, you guys do 3 and 4 by yourself.
They're gonna grab.
We have to graph it. So, that page. There we go. So for number 2, what do we say our y-intercept was?
2.
Positive 2, so we go
Let's write it above the graph so we can have some connections in
Okay.
this.
m equals b equals there we go. 2, and what was our slope? Negative 2/3, right? So, our b is 2, b stands for what again?
The y-intercept.
Y-intercept, right? So we go to positive 2. Our slope of negative 2/3, what direction do we go for those?
Down to right 3.
Okay, so down 2, right 3. And what's the other way we can write our slope as?
Up to left.
Yep, up 2, left 3. And then we just draw our line through our whole graph right up there. Alright, what kind of behavior does this graph have? Positive, negative slope?
Positive. Oh, yeah, negative.
Negative because
It's going down left.
it's going down left to right, just like this one, because we said our slope on the other side was negative, so our graph should agree with that. Now we go back to the front side, now you guys can do 3 and 4 by yourselves.
You don't understand something while you're doing it, get your hand up.
Probably should have everybody check down to number 3, probably on number 4.
Okay. So, I think everyone's done with number 3, so this is the equation I got. Is it in slope-intercept form?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's our slope for it?
-1/1.
Who said, don't raise your hand. Michaela? X. No. Aurora? Why is it 1? Close. Whenever there's a variable by itself, there's always an invisible 1 in front of it, right? So even though there isn't a number in front of x, we can just say that there's no number in front of x, so that means that's an invisible 1. So that's where the 1 comes from. What's our y-intercept? 8. So, anyone have any trouble with that one? No, you guys are just pros at this? All right, you guys can go to number 4. I'm sure most of you have.
We already drafted.
Oh, okay, now we graph number 3.
Above the graph, right, your slope and y-intercept class.
So the first point graph is always our y-intercept, right? So we said it was 8, so we just go up 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our slope is 1. So what direction do you go for that?
Up 1, right 1.
Okay, up 1, right 1, right there.
And we'll go down 1,
Down 1, left 1. And you just draw your line. All right, now, number 4 is our last one. Don't want to do that. There we go. So, to get y by itself, what do we do? On number 4,
Add 3x to the equals.
so no, this is where, what you were talking about earlier, since this is a negative, we do the opposite to get to the other side. So, y, -4, plus 3x. Is that in slope-intercept form? Nope, so we just gotta do what?
Change the property.
Yep, just gotta switch them around. So what's our slope for number 4?
3,
3, and our y-intercept is
-4.
-4. Now, last thing we gotta do is just graph it. And we write our slope and y-intercept. What was our slope again?
3.
3 and a y-intercept of -4, not -1. There we go. All right, first point we graph is our y-intercept, -4, so go down 4 units. You have a slope of 3, so what directions do you go for it?
Down or up 3 right 1,
Okay. And then the other way,
and
Down 3, up 4.
down 3, left 1. And you still gotta draw your line. There we go. Anyone? Any questions about crafting using slope intercept form? So, question, are all equations going to be written in slope intercept form? No, because that's what we did with all our examples, we had to get them in slope intercept form. Will some equations be given in slope intercept form?
yes.
Yes, so that means that y is already by itself, right? So we don't have to do anything to solve for it. Alright, and one more quick thing. What kind of behavior do our 3 and 4 have?
Positive.
Both of them?
Yes,
Yep, because,
they're rising from left to right.
yep, and then so hopefully found agree with that.
Yes.
So we know we did a good job, right? Alrighty.